Let's go, guys. I've been recording for a couple of hours now, and I've been really looking forward to getting to the last three fights of this UFC 273 card. Because to me, that's the three best fights on the card for sure. I don't think that there's really any argument for that. But man, it feels good, to be recording for about 2 hours, researching for a few more hours on top of that to finally make it to the Gilbert versus Khamzat Chimaev fight. And my God, guys, this is the same situation with the Gary fight. You put 10. If you're willing to lose $10, I would put $10 on Burns. I think he's sitting at even more than a plus 400 underdog right now. And I think that Burns is actually the most live dog out of the three big underdogs in the main three fights. To be honest, I think Burns is the most live to win here. Khamzat Chimaev. Here's the thing, right? He smashes everybody, but to me, I'm not saying he's unproven, but I am actually also gonna say, he hasn't really proven himself quite a lot. Here's the thing that I think a lot of people have forgotten. Someone commented this on my YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the name, but they brought it up to me. Remember that Khamzat Chimaev, he actually retired about a year and a half ago because he got COVID, and he kept training through COVID, and it obviously spread, and just he didn't recover very well at all, and he was very sick from that. So we don't know, has he made a full recovery from that? I mean, so far it seems like he has. He smoked Li Jingliang, but this guy, at the same time, there's still kind of cause for concern on that sort of level, I guess you could say. But he once again still hasn't really proven himself against the best. What he has proven though is that he can smash everybody, and one thing he has also proven to me is that he's got absolutely insane knockout power when he knocked out Gerald Meerschaert in about 20 seconds in the middleweight division. That's the thing with Khamzat Chimaev. This guy is huge. He's a middleweight, but he manages to cut down to 170. Gilbert Burns, he's a lightweight that just doesn't want to cut weight anymore, and that kind of is what it is. He's almost 36 years old. He's 5'10". Yeah, he found a lot of success in the 170-pound division for sure. But he's more of a lightweight than 170-pounder, and I think that Khamzat Chimaev's size difference here is just going to be a big difference maker. Would I put Khamzat Chimaev minus 600? Absolutely not, because I do think Burns is live for the submission. You watch the Wellington Turman Misha Serkinov fight. Wellington Turman was on the ground. Misha Serkinov was kind of throwing down a decent amount of ground and pound, and then Wellington Turman just managed to lock up an armbar or a submission just straight off his back like that. Gilbert Burns has the jiu-jitsu to do that, and I think that we could see that. But his win over Stephen Thompson, not the greatest win. It was a good win. Stephen Thompson's a good win to have on your record, but it wasn't really the greatest win. He kind of used some wrestling to do that. He didn't manage to submit the striker and Stephen Thompson, so I guess maybe you could say, if you can't submit Stephen Thompson, maybe you can't submit Khamzat Chimaev. Hey man, I think if Khamzat wins this fight, he's gonna have to fight Usman. He seems to be wanting to fight Covington, which I think would be a real test, wrestler versus wrestler. Who's the better wrestler, Covington or Chimaev? I think that would be a real test, but I don't know if Covington's gonna want it. That could be that could actually be a main event of a pay-per-view though, because both guys are big enough names for sure to do it. But Usman, Usman knocked him out with a jab. Khamzat Chimaev knocked out Gerald Meerschaert, who's a heavyweight, on a 3-fight win streak right now. I think Khamzat Chimaev on the feet is going to have the power advantage. Burns is definitely good on the feet, but he just didn't really show the best chin against Usman whatsoever. Khamzat Chimaev, I think he's working on a striking. He's been training in Thailand for a little bit, working on his kickboxing. He was also training with Darren Till, who we know is a great striker as well. So we know striking is probably going to be getting better. He's probably still got that insane power as well. I'm going to pick Khamzat Chimaev to smoke Gilbert Burns on the feet. But I think on the ground, that's where things are going to get very interesting. But we've kind of got to trust that Khamzat Chimaev will be able to keep the fight on the feet for that knockout. I'm picking Chimaev by knockout. I don't think he's going to submit a guy as good as Burns on the ground. But if he does, that would be a real statement. I'm picking Khamzat Chimaev, and I'm picking him by knockout on the feet. I just don't really trust Burns' chin, and I don't think he's going to be able to get Khamzat Chimaev to the ground. Gilbert Burns is 5'10". He's going to be a lot smaller than Khamzat Chimaev, who's 6'2". And once again, as I said, Burns is a lightweight that just doesn't really want to cut weight anymore to me. So, and also Dan Hooker knocked out Burns, so I don't really see why Khamzat Chimaev couldn't as well. So, I'm going to be picking Khamzat Chimaev to win by knockout.